Hello, my darlings, welcome back. As promised, I am here again with another chapter of Barbie's incredible story. And this time we're learning how she goes from jail across the years to recovery across the years to finding God in the most extraordinary way. Take a look.
That I was like, I can relate to that. No matter how far down the scale I'd gone, I'd see how my experience can benefit others.
Yeah. In the first part, she's telling us about her experience growing up as a young girl and what she discovered in churches and how she was actually turned off.
But that night in church, whenever someone was going to turn their life over to God, they would go up to the altar and everybody would come around and they'd start singing and clapping and praying and the whole church is there and I'm up there with everything I have and this is what I want. I want to give my life to God that night. Well, slowly, it seemed like hours, which it probably wasn't, but that's what it seemed like. People started stepping back. They weren't praying as hard, and nothing happened. Where I'd seen lots of people, I won't say hundreds, but lots of people go up there. They're not down there 5 minutes and they fall out in the spirit and they speaking in tongues and they get the Holy Ghost, and it didn't happen. And it was that night that I basically said, F you to God, because I didn't feel like, here again, I'm not worthy.
Mm.
I didn't feel like I was worthy of my mom's love, my dad's love, and now God's love.
Mm.
And so from then on until I came into the rooms, had I not really even thought about God, and I regrets, I hate to say it, but when my children, because of my experience as
Mm.
I was probably 13, 12, 13 experience, I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do the church thing. The only God they got was from their nana taking them to church. And that is one of my biggest regrets, was that I didn't introduce them to God, because I know him today, that I deprived them of that privilege.
Tell me what happened when you tried again for a second time after you got into the program and you decided to turn your life over. What happened then?
Oh, well, let's see. Um, I came in and I'm working the steps and my sponsor, she was a hard ass like me. That's where I got it from. And
Mm-hmm.
she's the one that makes it, either you are or you aren't. You're going to come all the way in or you're not. And so when I came in that last time in December of 2001, um, I knew that I had to find that relationship with God, because I'd been hanging out in the rooms since 2000, since 99 when I got out of prison, but I wasn't working the program. I wasn't working the steps. I wasn't applying myself. I was just hanging out for dances and looking for that intimacy because I hadn't found that yet. And but when I came in and she just reached in her pocket and she handed me what I thought was something, which was just like an air rock, we'll call it. She just reached and handed me something and she says, I'm going to let you borrow my God until you can find your God. And I opened my hand. I was like, well, there ain't nothing here. She said, yeah, there is. It's my God. She said, just put it in your pocket. And so I did. And it took a little while for me to really become comfortable with God, because I was still not sure, because I couldn't touch it. I can feel it today, what I think I feel is God, but I can't see it, touch it. It's not a being. It's, to me today, it is the same God that was the preacher talking and screaming at me about, but it's my understanding of him today that gives me a spiritualness.
And there you have it. It's a process. For some people, it's instant, like for Bill Wilson, the founder of the program. For other people, it's a little bit at a time. All right, my darlings, I will see you again next time. Bye bye.